What's up, this is my John Magic, and welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. So, I'm just gonna carry on where we left off. Quibble, fancy meeting you here. Oh, it's my classroom. Haha, yeah, what a coincidence, huh? Oh, is she gonna say the fourth wall? Seriously speaking though, I'm happy to see you back here. I would have been disappointed if you ran away on us. Hey, I enjoyed myself last time, so why wouldn't I come back? True enough. Feel free to make yourself at home before we start on our club activities. Thanks, will do. Well, I'm back at the literature club, so I don't see the two characters. Sayori and I were the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Quibble, I'm glad to see you here again. Who knew that something so simple would warrant so much? Thanks. First Monica, and now Yuri. I know that it may be overwhelming to be thrown into a new hobby so suddenly, much less an organization centered around that hobby. So don't hesitate to let me know if you need any help. Or any other club members for that matter. That is to say, feel free to ask any one of us for assistance. Right, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry though. It's not like I've never read anything before. I even remembered to write a poem for today, if you'll believe it. We'll believe it when we see it. Hey, it's not like I need to have university degree to write a poem. It was just like another school assignment. Although it might be a little new to me. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to write a bad poem, you mean? She got me there. And that's why I never said I write a good poem. Natsuki smirks at me, seemingly pleased that I'm not offended by her teasing. Well, good is often subjective when it comes to subjects like these. I'm sure you did find Quibble. You did find Quibble. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Try not to overhype my work, though. Yeah, Yuri, if you keep your expectations low, you'll never be disappointed. Besides, I bet this is the first extracurricular Quibbles done since high school started. You shut your mouth. Oop. So extra work really foreign to him. Again, she's not wrong. But she doesn't have to say it like that. Natsuki, you're being unfairly harsh. Quibble, what would you say your main hobbies are? Wow, she's really putting me on the spot here. I know I'm playing into your teasing right now, but yes, I spend a lot of my time playing games and watching anime. And that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's a bit rich coming from someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. But what? Natsuki splutters to a halt. Looks like a certain someone knows how to dish out, but I can't take it. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plopped back into her seat. Don't worry guys! Quibble always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He's always been there when I need it. When we were kids, he'd always be around to help me with stuff. Oh, are you two childhood friends? I glanced at Sayori. Despite her cheery recollection of our childhood memories just then, Yuri's question is a reminder that we haven't spent much time together in a long time. It's a tad awkward. Yeah, we've known each other for a while, haven't we? We smile at each other. I'm really hoping we can use the club to reconnect. Such a history with one another. I imagine you've shared much together. You could say that. Would you believe Sayori is still as clumsy now as she was 10 years ago? Hey, meanie, that's not true. Oh yeah, she never did that at the start. Oh, did I tell Yuri about the time he tried to cook lunch, almost set the house on fire? Her face turns pink and she rushes on to interrupt me. Anyway, I'm sure two could be just as good as friends. After all, you're both in the literature club now. Yeah, look forward to it. Yuri looks hopeful at hearing this, although I can't help but wonder. Given that maturity and intelligence she carries so elegantly, and how her passion for reading is much stronger than my own, will it be easy as Sayori thinks it is? Still, it's worth a try at least. Hey! Oh, Yuri, even though you sent me today, you know. But wait, Sayori! Me? It's not much, really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What it is? I'm sure I'll like it. What is it, Yuri? Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. I was going to wait to give it to you at the appropriate time, but... I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Now I've ruined the surprise. The two girls both look dolefully down. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So this is still a pleasant surprise to me. Just knowing that you went through the effort to get me something makes me feel really welcomed. No matter what, I'm sure it'll make me happy. Is that so? Of course! Thanks for being so considerate, Yuri. You're welcome. It was the least I could do. Anyway, if that's the case, here it is. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Isn't this the book from yesterday? Upon seeing the confused look on my face, she hastens to explain. I thought you might like to have your own copy so that you can read it on your own as well. I honestly don't know what to say. How is it that she's only known me for a day, yet she's already done something this thoughtful for me? Oh, Yuri, thank you. That's really thoughtful of you, but you didn't have to do that for me. I feel kind of bad. Sorry, I didn't mean for that. I just I understand if you don't want to read it with me anymore, so... Honestly, she gets more adorable by a minute. Please, it's fine. I'd love to read it with you. I wasn't expecting you to buy me a copy of my own. Are you sure? I don't want to force you. Seriously, Yuri, I'm sure, after all. I grin at her. It is a good book. She timidly returns my smile, relaxing a little bit. I'm glad you seem to think so. How are you liking it so far? She looks at me with wide, expectant eyes. She must be really worried that I'm not enjoying it as much as her. To be honest, I've been pleasantly surprised. While horror isn't really my thing, it really kept my attention. Even though I haven't gotten very far yet, I find myself feeling sorry for the protagonist. The language is pretty engaging. It certainly makes me think about it. But I can't read. As I praise the book, her face grows visibly more relieved, and her eyes light up as I mention the language. I'm glad you think so. One not only needs to look up at what is being said, but how it's phrased. It could entirely change the desired message, wouldn't you agree? Oh boy, I hope we don't get into an in-depth discussion about the language. I'm still nowhere near Yuri's level with this sort of thing. Oh, totally. I never really thought about it until you brought it up with me. You really made me look at it with a bit more scrutiny than I would normally. She blushes at this, turning away slightly. Really? I helped you with that. I have to admit, you really managed to open my eyes to this sort of thing. Or should I say, my third eye? Yuri's silence makes me nervous. Did I make a mistake? You know, because the book mentions a third eye, there's an eye on the cover. Ah, I see. Probably best not to comment on her accidental continuation of the pun. Puff proud. Oh, I see. You were making a joke. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just thought it was a good pun. She smiles bashfully. Yes, it's quite humorous, isn't it? You're bad at jokes. Phew. I think that means everything's okay now. No, I'm saying you're bad at jokes. You're awful. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. Like the poetry thing, I've already steeled myself for the critic I'll probably be receiving. But it seems that we have some downtime before then. Oh well, looks like I won't be able to just immediately get it over with. What are the others doing right now? Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Probably discussing club matters, given that they're the president and vice president. As expected, Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. A few huffs annoying sound of her direction every once in a while. Everyone seems to be doing their own thing today. Natsuki is rummaging around the cupboard, and Yuri's sitting by herself, silently engrossed in her book. Meanwhile, Monica and Sayori seems to be talking animatedly about something. I'm not really in the mood to read anything. I slumped down into the nearest desk, closing my eyes. I ended up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. The problem with the literature club is that it just doesn't sound particularly exciting. Plus, people probably have their own preconception about what the club will be like. I'm a bit worried they might assume we're all pretentious and haughty. Yeah, it's a real shame that people can't look past their assumptions. Still, I'm confident we can find up with something. What did I say? We can't just give up this festival. It's a real chance to show everyone what literature is all about. After all, we have such variety here. Everyone's poems and writing styles are so different. Natsuki loves manga and Yuri really into horror. There should be something here for everyone, you know? Agreed! I'm glad everyone has such a different taste. It really helps bring the club to life. That's exactly what we want everyone else to see. We just need to find a way of showing how fun literature can be. Something that really stands out and appeals to their creative side. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Well, if we come up with the most fun thing ever, I don't think people will come in the first place if it's a literal club event. So, I think it's important to figure out how to get people interested in the first place, right? And once they're here, we can do whatever to appeal to their creative sides. Huh. This is a side Sayori haven't seen before. She's really taken this seriously and given it a lot of thought. Excellent points, Sayori. Where would I be without my vice president? Okay, do you think food will get the job done? I can practically hear Sayori's face light up, even though I have my eyes closed. Food! What kind? You like the idea, huh? Haha, I was thinking... Cupcakes! Natsuki would love that. Good thinking. Hot cupcakes are so good! That works out perfectly! That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak for my creative tummy. Seriously, they really helped me write. Okay, cupcakes will do fine. All this talk about food has made me hungry. Anyway, don't forget we still have to sort out the details of the festival itself. I tune out the rest of the conversation as tiredness takes a stronger hold on me. Sayori is still her usual self, bubbly and goofy. I guess some people never change. It brings a smile to my face. Although I was surprised to see her so dedicated. I always remembered her as a kind of person who just improves things. Kinda like me, actually. Whoa! Ah! I didn't expect to see Sayori's face taking up my vision when I opened my eyes. Getting very zoomed in. I nearly fall out of my chair. Wake up, sleepyhead! Jeez, Sayori, you scared me. Sorry. Hang on, I'm not sorry at all. Why were you napping? This is the literature club, not the napping club. Wait, our school has a napping club?
Hey, don't try to change the subject, mister!
Oops. Oh.
The others won't like it if they catch you sleeping, you know. I don't want you getting in trouble.
Sorry.
You've not changed one.
You've not changed one bit.
Huh?
You always used to look out for me. Back when we used to hang out.
I remember that. You remember that time when we went out on the bike ride to that park? It feels such a long time ago.
Yeah, I think I do actually. It wasn't the summer. You're talking about the time I fell off my bike and hurt my knee, right?
Yeah, that one. You were in a lot of pain, but you were trying to act like it was no big deal. You were so silly. I had to go and get a band-aid.
That memory makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. The fact I could tell straight away which memory she was talking about makes me wonder if we have a psychic bond or something. Good times, good times. By the way, did you know you have a big toothpaste stain on your collar?
No, I didn't.
She nervously picked at the stains when her hands as I stand up and get closer to take a look at her. Wait a sec. Your collar is sticking up a bit. Your hair doesn't look brushed either. Were you in a rush this morning? I reach out and run my fingertips down the messy part of her hair in a vain attempt to straighten it out. Her hair is really soft and smells faintly of cinnamon. I'm really making this worse. You really need to brush, Sayori.
No, I don't. My hair is just naturally like this.
Okay, maybe it isn't, but it's super hard to get right. Imagine that in Sayori's voice. I give up with her hair and try to wipe off the stain with my finger. Much like with her hair, I'm not having much luck. Come on, Sayori. You can't fool me. I know I've not been much of you over the past years, but I still know you. I can tell when you've been in a rush.
People wouldn't even know these things.
They would. They just wouldn't say anything because they don't want to embarrass you. I give up with the stain and step back, looking at her blazer. Luckily for you, I'm not bothered about that. Also, why don't you button up your blazer? She shrugs.
It was too stuffy last time I tried it.
With a sigh, I stop buttoning it up. Why am I buttoning up her shirt and touching her hair? I have no control of this.
This is so funny.
What is it?
Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
I freeze. Now that I think about it, the situation is little suggestive. After all, my hands are very close to her chest. Come on, Quibble, get it together. You're just helping out your friend, that's all. Don't say that. Nothing weird about this.
If you say so. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. It makes me feel like nothing has really changed between us. Don't you think?
Yeah, I guess. Why is this one button so hard to close?
Hey, be careful!
This is impossible. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it!
You know, if you actually buttoned it, you probably have realized sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore.
Wait, what's so funny? Haha, don't you see? It means my boobs got bigger again.
How on earth am I meant to reply to that? Geez, Sayori, don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look a bit better now. Seeing Sayori blaze the button up like that is weird.
What? What? So stuffy.
I told you!
I told you! What did you tell me? I told you!
I told you.
No, you didn't!
She quickly unbuttons it again, and there goes all my hard work.
Much better. Thank you for that, though. Even though I prefer the blazer unbuttoned, it was really thoughtful for you to do this for me. Even if you were a bit of a meanie. I do do try, you know.
I'm sorry, I just want what's best for you, that's all. Just try give yourself a bit more time in the morning, okay? I feel like I'm reading this very fast.
Only if you promise to stop napping in the club.
I laugh. She got me there. It's a deal. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Hey! I can't wait to read yours, Quibble.
Don't expect too much, Sayori. By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right? Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my bag. I riffled through some stray papers and pulled out the page that I wrote on my poem. While I can't help but feel a little nervous, I have to admit that I am excited now. Talking to these girls has really calmed my nerves, and now I'm just eager to share my poem. After all, judging by each girl's personalities, I doubt that anyone would say anything nasty about it. Well, Natsuki, I don't know if she'd unduly harsh though. She seems like the type of person who enjoyed ribbing on her friends. Either way, I hope they realize I put hard work into it. I figured out it'd only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing effort in the club's activities. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica physically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a neat black composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. She's going to put us all to shame. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bag. Who should I show my poem to first? I can't do any of my emote because it'll go for Monica. How should I decide, guys? I have my eyes closed. Whoops! I just start with Monica. I was closing my eyes and then I randomly clicked. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem. I want her to know I'm putting an effort. Hi, Quibble. Hope you've been enjoying your time here. Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but everyone's been really welcoming. Haha, there's the pose. Well, a broken record isn't so bad when it plays something so nice. I guess so. Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns you might have. It's my duty as the president to make sure that everything is perfect. I'd have to say that you've been doing a good job of that lately. I doubt that I'll ever have anything to complain about. Either way, I'm always open to new suggestions for the club as well. So don't be afraid to break things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but it's gonna be a bit intimidating to try and criticize Monica of all people. I really don't think that there's going to be anything I'll need to speak up about either. One of the other girls would probably say something before I even needed to. Natsuki definitely would. Now that's out of the way, feel like sharing a poem with me? I mean, I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? Hahaha, you shouldn't be thinking like that. Yeah, I was just joking. Kinda. It's alright, Quibble. I get that it's probably really awkward for you to share creative work when you're just a beginner. Especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you do. That's an understatement. Statement. Don't worry though, we're a little embarrassed today, you know? I don't think many people out there share their poetry on a regular basis. But it's the sort of thing that you get used to pretty quickly once you get it over with. Yeah, that's true. I had my poem over with a sigh. Don't grade me too harshly. Haha, you'll be fine. I watched nervously as she quickly scanned through my poem. Interesting poem, Quibble. It has a very mellow yet emotional feel to it. Yes, that's the type of books I like. I didn't know that you were this in tune with your feelings, Quibble. I can feel my cheeks growing hot at her teasing. You think? No need to feel so embarrassed about this. Poetry is a very personal thing, so it's not surprising to see you putting your raw emotions down on paper. Actually, your poem reminds me of something Sayori would write. Really? How so? I mean, you and Sayori are really good friends, right? It shouldn't be too far-fetched for you two to write in similarity. Well, I guess you could say we used to be good friends, at least. We kind of drifted apart over the years, so I guess it surprised me that we could still have things like this in common. This club is the perfect opportunity to become closer again, then, don't you think? I guess so. Anyway, much like yours, Sayori's writing tends to have a gentle feel to it. She often uses her words quietly mend through her imagination and to explore different emotions. Most of the time, I find she addresses happiness and sadness in equal amounts, creating bittersweet tone. Wow, that's kind of unexpected of her. Maybe she's changed more throughout the years than I thought. I know, right? Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy the pain of tragedy as well? You know something? You sound like Yuri when you talk about poetry. Really? Yeah, I guess you really like it, huh? You could say that. It'd really make me happy if you could get into poetry as well. No pressure, right? For real though, feel free to explore different things and experiment. Maybe you'll find yourself writing in a way you never would have thought you just like Sayori does. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle down on my own style. And it'll still take a while before I'm completely comfortable sharing my writing. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd probably be more surprised if you immediately started writing with your own style. Most people go through the same process that you're going through right now. Trying new things is the best way to find a style that suits you after all. Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally, they'll be a bit based towards their own kinds of styles. After all, I know I am. But don't force yourself to write in some way just because someone else wants you to. You should try to focus on what you want to do. Feel free to ask me for help anytime though. I try to be as objective as possible when I talk to people about these topics. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Let's actually say for a moment. I've not done that yet. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Always on duty as club president. Always fearing club president, eh? Well, let's get to reading then. I'm gonna speak this in a very poetry way. The box. I see, but I don't believe. A long fingerprint glistening on gleaming glass. What was it? Me? Was I always the one in the dark? I pound on the glass, my prison. Why? Why me? The pain jolts me back, the understanding pouring down like heavy rain. It's all a farce, my heart on display. My life's but a script just playing away. The world out there had seemed so bright. It was so free. So many choices, so much potential. Maybe I could have had a chance. I realize now that there was never a choice. I was stuck in this box, and they on the other side chose for me. So, what do you think? I don't quite know how to say it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Yeah, me neither. Haha, it's okay. I definitely get a certain kind of feeling from reading your poem, but I'm not sure how to put it into words. I can understand that. Just try to articulate it however you want. You can't use metaphors outside the poetry, you know? Well, when you put it like that, I don't know, I'd say that your poem's kind of abstract. Very vague, at least. Like, I can't tell what exactly you're talking about, but even so, I can feel what the speaker's feeling. Yeah, I think that describes my poem pretty well. Really? I do like my metaphors. Well, you'd probably be hard-pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually. Yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class, at least. The ability to convey emotions and the concept through words, describing things even the writer might never have experienced before. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on the emotions in the poem. I guess it's kind of opens it up for the readers to have their own interpretations. Exactly! It's fascinating when people can diverge from the creator's original intent to find their own meaning in the work of art. Yeah. What was your original intent then? I think it's more fun if you try to figure it out yourself. Huh? That just makes me more curious though. Looking for any suspicions. Maybe I'll tell you one day. But for now, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or anything of that matter, you get too fixated on a specific point. But if you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So the best thing to do is just force yourself to get something down on the paper and then tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and write whatever's in your heart. Oxygen, blood, the Arctic, the Vertic, I think it's called. There's nothing called a Vertic. Easier said than done. I get what she's trying to say though. It's better to look back on your work with fresh eyes after you've gotten something down you sometimes. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Blind eye. Where'd I go for? Yuri! I think maybe I should have gone for Natsuki. Oh, idiot, I should have gone for Natsuki because I haven't spoken to her at all yet. Yuri scans my poem with her eyes, with a blank expression on her face. So how is it? Sorry, I suppose as far as the poetry goes, this isn't bad. I'm not immensely impressed by it. Oh well. Yuri turns away shamefully. I didn't mean for that to sound so blunt. Don't worry about it. I didn't take it that way. What makes you think that? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Is everything okay? Oh goodness, sorry. I know what I want to convey, but I need to find the right words. I understand. Take your time. Take your time. Okay, I think I know what to say. It's crap! Do you have any prior writing experience? To be honest, not really. Is it that obvious? I didn't mean to be rude, but I guess that it might be reading after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! No! Shut up! Don't you ever say that! Did I just raise my voice and slap you in the face and left you with a red tattoo of a hand slap? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes since we really haven't gotten anywhere. Yuri seems to be incredibly introverted. It must take us a long time to warm up to new people. Don't worry about it. We all start somewhere, right? What were you saying? Right, I've just noticed a few quality and insistence with newer writers that showed up in your poem. Perhaps that stands out the most is that you've tried very hard to make the structure of this poem your own. And that's okay, but if this is the first poem you've written, it might be prudent and consider more traditional structures, couplets, sonnets, haiku, and the like. If you're not confident in your writing style, it'll show in your piece. It's like you're a totally different person once she gets going. Oh, I should have spoke more confident then. She sounds incredibly confident and stand tall, speaking clearly. Again, that's not your fault. I think that once you've studied poetic structures and techniques a bit more, you'll be able to put together a truly wonderful composition. I appreciate the feedback, Yuri. It sounds like you're well versed in this sort of thing. Would it be okay if I took a look at what you've written? Oh goodness, of course. Please let me know what you think. I'd be thrilled to explain my process. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that rare opportunity for her. Which itself, it's kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Sorry, I looked away and I just lost myself. Can't read squiggles! Humble, hail falls down like this candid dust. I can't read squiggles. Of overused emotions dragging down blankets made of want. Slender straying pieces of my eyelid, barely painful and pulls them shut. Even so heavy. I think I've misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fix something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. I'm sorry if my writing's a bit illegible. Once my pen touches the page, I want to get my thoughts down. It's fine, Yuri. I was able to read it just fine. I think. I wasn't thinking that at all. I said it out loud. Are you sure? It seemed to take you a while to read it. I wonder if I read it quicker, then it would have changed that. Well, I guess I don't see cursive often. But it's really nice what I do. Your writing's actually quite pretty. Is that so? I'm glad you think so. It made your poem stand out even more as well. It's as though your handwriting fits your word choice, or vice versa. It wasn't too short, was it? I'm used to writing longer pieces, but since this is the first time we're sharing, I thought it would be easier to share. That makes sense. Do you mind telling me what it's about, though? I'm not sure I understand. Sorry, I didn't mean to write something so confusing. Oh, it's not that. I just want to be sure I'm reading it properly. I see. I suppose from cursory glance, it might not be obvious. But of what part of poetry magical is how you can conjure up to a vivid image with your words. While on the surface it might seem a bit out there, if you look a little deeper, you might be able to find a deeper meaning hidden amongst the lines, compounded by the metaphors used. For example, the words and images in this poem aren't meant to be taken at face value. In actual, it's supposed to represent the last remnants of something lost to the past, and the sense of plaintive longing that comes with it. Huh? That's pretty impressive when you put it that way. I wouldn't go that far, but thanks for the compliments. Hopefully during your time here, your understanding of poetry will grow, and these things will come to you naturally. I'll do my best. Thank you for sharing with me, Yuri. Of course. Let's save it there. Okay, I think I can speak to everyone. Who should I show the poem next? Okay, so is there like one person I won't be able to show it? Let's go to Natsuki, because I already been to see her today. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What I mean is that it's just average. Doesn't really evoke any emotions. So kind of bland for your taste. Natsuki furrows her eyebrows at me. My taste? What's that supposed to mean, huh? Oh, nothing. Well, anyway, guess I'll show you my poem now. Not that you like it or anything. Sometimes, some folks are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Told you you'd hate it. Actually, I like it. Huh? Don't just say that it's good because I'm a girl. Be honest. What? No, it has nothing to do with you being a girl. I'm genuinely like the poem. Really? Yeah, it's simple, but it's pretty effective. Finally, someone who gets it. People in high school think poetry has to be so formal and vague, but they don't realize that simple writing is just as effective, if not more. They really shouldn't have to search for the meaning, that's just stupid. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more emphasis on wordplay. Like how I made most of the lines start with some. Yeah, I noticed that. Made the last couplets seem more powerful. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Well, good job then. Heh, didn't expect that from the youngest of the club, did ya? Yeah, guess not. Sayori? Who should I go to next? Hello, chair! Oh yeah, she would like it because it must be that.
Wow, Quibble! This is so good! Seriously, this is your first poem?
Huh? It's not that good, jeez. Oh, shut up. I'm leaving. I don't want to come here.
Why? Seriously, it is! I love it! I have no idea you were such a good poet!
Sayori, you're overreacting a bit. It's really nothing special.
Trust me, it is! How did you write it?
Huh? What do you mean?
Like, what did you think of while you wrote this?
This is gonna sound a bit weird, but I thought of you.
Ooh!
Quibble has a crush. Quibble has a crush. Wait, that's me.
Ooh!
She gives me a brief look of disbelief, a faint blush on her cheek, and sweat. Where's that a tear? Are you crying?
Me?
Yeah, hey, not in like a weird way or anything. I just thought of words that reminded me of you. I went along with that. Yeah, I didn't definitely think of when I was buttoning your shirt all the way up to It just felt kind of natural doing it that way, I guess.
Well, if it works, it works. Looks like this club is the best place for you.
As much as I liked her place, it's not exactly helpful. I'm no master of poetry, and I kind of need to know how to get... I'm no master of poetry, and I kind of need to get better. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Sayori. Good to know I'm not totally in over my head. She looks at me for a moment, not saying anything. There's a few moments of an odd silence. Earth to Sayori. She jumps slightly.
Sorry. I'm just not used to seeing you around again, that's all. to have you in the club writing poems. It's lovely, though. It just takes a little getting used to.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. I'm a bit surprised myself, to be honest, but I'm enjoying it so far.
That's good to hear. Do you want to read my poem now?
I'm not very
good, though.
Only one way to find out.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub my sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Well, what did you think?
I hesitate as I answer. It's not that it was a bad poem, in fact, it was great. I'm just really inexperienced with poetry, especially feedback. It's really you.
What's that supposed to mean?
As in, the poem just really reminds me of you.
Does everything remind you of me?
It made me feel really good inside.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea what to expect, as this is my first time reading your poetry. But the way this was written, I don't know, it feels really wholesome and cheery. Like you are. I also really liked the last line. Trust you of all people to include breakfast in their poems. Haha.
Hey, I was eating in when I wrote.
Siri stopped speaking immediately after she accidentally let something slip. Oh, so you wrote the poem this morning?
No. Well, maybe. I forgot to write it last night.
Well, at least we know where your inspiration comes from.
Eggs and toast.
Well, I suppose it sounds silly, but it works. Then it isn't really silly. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem, Sayori. It was really good.
I'm happy you think so. Anyways, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poem will be even better. I'll hold you that.
I'll hold you that to that. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit a bit stressful. I already know that I wouldn't be able to write the quality of the girls, but I tried my best. Everyone here is incredibly talented. Well, all the girls at least. Across the room, Yuri and Monica are happily chatting again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange a sheet of paper, sharing their prospects together. As I watch a sooty breeze through Yuri's poem, her eyes skipping over the words. Meanwhile, Yuri stares at the paper in her hand, smiling sadly. Natsuki quickly hands Yuri her poem back. Here, I'm done. Already? Yeah, it's not like it was super hard to read. I'm not so illiterate, you know. Huh? It was hard for me to understand, at least. I just want to make sure that you caught all the figurative language that I employed. Yeah, I did. It was fancy. Thanks. However, I believe that you'd enjoy it more if you looked deeper into it. I enjoyed it plenty already. Anyway, are you finished with my poem then? Yes, yours is cute. Cute? Did you learn anything from a conversation yesterday? Yuri looked shocked, regret seeping in her expression. Seems like both girls still hold their prejudices, despite whatever common ground they have. How can it be cute? You're starting to think that I haven't read your poem, when it's really you who hasn't read my poem? It's clearly about the push and pull between giving up and trying hard. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. Well, maybe you should look deeper into my poems. Because I use that type of language on purpose. I see. But if I may give a suggestion, these more involved subject matters may be better suited for more complex diction. the art of poetry deeply intertwined with... Look, I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me. I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. Writing this way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? It just makes you look super pretentious. If you write with thesaurus open next to you, you're just going to alienate everyone. Using all these big words to make up for the lack of depth. Poetry isn't about impressing people, so you can just stop. Holy crap. I stare wide at Monica and Sayori, who have now also fallen silent, and the music has stopped playing. They stare back at me, looking unsure what to do. I'm guessing that they don't usually have many arguments in the club, although tensions between Natsuki and Yuri already seem kind of high. Lack of depth. Yeah, that's right. So if I could give some suggestions now... Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I really must ask. What makes you believe that I'll accept your advice after you've been so rude to me? Huh? Rude? That was just blunt, honestly. Do you ever consider that other people don't hold the same opinion as you? What are you trying to say? Do I really just spell it out for you? Yeah, I do. I want to see if you're really going there. The irony. I dare you to say it. Yuri gives a small laugh of disbelief. I must thank you, Natsuki. I have never been this angry in my life. It's actually given me the courage to speak up. Is this why you're angry all the time? Nah. Guys, we shouldn't... This doesn't involve you! Sayori, please don't rob me of my opponent. So this is your moment to shine or something. Strange thing to take pride in, don't you think? No. It's my moment to finally speak my mind, while I still have the strength to. Yuri... Natsuki, have you ever realized how selfish you are? Suddenly Yuri seems to be overpowering everyone else in the room. What? Everything always needs to go your way. You always jump to conclusions and make rash decisions without regard for the consequence. And it's never your fault, is it? You don't know me. No. You don't know me either. And yet you spoke as if you knew everything about me. Quite simply, don't you? The very fact that you don't think that your blunt honesty was incredibly rude just goes to show how narrow-minded you truly are. Ah! Seizing her moment, Yuri boldly carries on, this disdain dripping from each word. I know it must be difficult concept for you to understand, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you and your manga. So tell me, why should I take advice from someone who can only see their own perspective? Nah. Everyone knows it. Monica, Sayori, even Quibble. Don't you remember how hostile you were to Quibble when he first joined? I wasn't being hostile. We haven't had a new member in a long time. Sorry, not sorry for keeping on my toes. And that's how I talk to everyone, not just to Quibble. Am I supposed to change my whole personality to cater to how you think I should be? If Quibble has a problem with my jokes, he can tell me. You don't get to speak for him. Yuri closes her eyes and shakes her head, carrying on as if she didn't hear the outburst. Do you really expect a new member of to be able to speak up so easily? Not everyone is unafraid of being Brutus Cretin, as you. What? Oh, fear if I press skip. Wait. Oh, that's not even an option. The rest of us were so excited to have a new member, but did that thought ever cross your mind? No, you just let your own selfish thoughts dictate your behavior. Selfish? They weren't You could have scared him off. That might have been what you wanted, but what about the rest of us? I just explained myself, for gosh sakes! But as per usual, you weren't listening! You know, for someone who's been ranting on about how narrow-minded I am, you're pretty intolerant yourself! There, I used a big word! Do I sound like a Shakespeare yet? Am I worthy of your attention now? Ouch, most girls really have thrown their claws out. Also, Monica and Sayori, didn't you have any issues with me yesterday? It's just you. Of course they did. Natsuki, they just didn't say anything. Monica is too responsible and Sayori is too kind. So why don't we ask Quibble then, as more unbiased spectator? Fine! Quibble, who's right, me or Yuri? How did I get dragged up into this in the first place? I don't even know what they want me to decide on this point. I should just ignore all the personal stuff and just talk about their poetry. That's what started the argument, after all. But it's not like I'm a good judge of writing quality, given that I'm just a beginner. I don't think it would be fair for me to take either side either, especially since I'm new here. Maybe I should defer to one of the club's leader. So of course that's going to be... I honestly don't know what to do in this situation. I quickly glance over at Monica. Monica nods at me and approaches the two girls. Yuri, Natsuki, this is... She clears her throat. Is it just me or did her confident person seem to waver a bit? This is no way to act in our club. That is no way. Monica does seem sort of disoriented. She's probably not used to so much confrontation. You're kind of setting bad example. Quibble's probably really uncomfortable. Not to mention that there's really no reason for this argument to be happening. But Monica! No! I cannot have this in the club. Are you kidding me? Don't you see how Yuri's treating me? She's being a massive jerk right now. There's so much reason for this argument. Excuse me, Natsuki, but it's actually your own toxic behavior that led to this. Yuri really emphasized that toxic behavior? What are you talking about? Are you even listening to yourself? This is exactly why no one wants to be your... Enough! Monica seems to have gotten over herself and now looks livid. You guys are supposed to be friends, aren't you? It's so foolish how you two are acting. Don't you have any consideration for the other club members? You're even making Quibble uncomfortable. Yuri, didn't you say yourself that you wanted to make him feel as welcomed as possible? What happened to that? I didn't mean to make him feel that way. And don't forget, Sayori, she always acts in everyone's best interest, while you two act like this. I wasn't trying to do anything either. I'm just being honest. Yuri is... Let me finish, Natsuki. Shut up about this, Yuri, or I'll slap you. I would ask you to please reconsider the way you are treating one another. You guys are obviously talented with your writing skills, and you both have unique aspects of your writing styles. That's what makes you guys special. To be fair, I'm obviously not good with handling situations like this, but... There's a sudden pause for a minute, and I decide to break the silence. I agree with Monica. Fighting will only cause everyone to split apart, and to be honest, I really like it here, and I believe that any resentment held over just won't be the same. Both girls are speechless. Yuri is the first to speak. I'm just going to make tea. I want milk! Natsuki remains silent and takes a seat, only to stare into nothingness. I slide next to Sayori. I can see why she's president.
Yeah, she's pretty great. Even though she doubts herself, I think she handles that pretty well.
Monica seems such a genuine sweet girl. Hopefully I'll be able to properly get to know her during the school year. Hope to take forever. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poetry? I noticed that she carefully avoids mentioning the argument that just occurred. It was a lot of fun. Some moments were worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Quibble, what about you? I actually really enjoyed myself. It seems I do like expressing myself, though, through poetry, a lot more than I intentionally thought. Everyone looked intensely at me, the girl smiling at me. Hello. They're all in size order, height order. It was quite really cool getting to see everyone's different writing styles. That's awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And hopefully you learn something from us too. So your poems will turn out even better. Heh, yeah. I think to myself a bit as I begin to pack up. Today I managed to learn a little more about the kind of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, I'll be able to learn more about the girls as individuals through their themes and messages. I nod to myself, turning to Sayori. Hey Sayori, ready to walk home? Sure! Okay, see you guys tomorrow then! As we all leave the club, Sayori turns back to wave at the girls. I do the same. What was that? She moved. She had a different posture before. Natsuki smiles, then quickly looks away to act like she didn't care. Oh, okay. Yuri awkwardly smiles and nods. And as expected from the school idol, Monica gives a friendly grin and waves by. Sayori, about what happened earlier?
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, I remember you told me yesterday that they sometimes bicker, but are all their arguments normally that bad? I feel a little guilty as I asked her, as I know she doesn't like talking about conflict. There's a slight dip in the cheeriness of her voice as she replies.
No, not at all. They have their differences, but it's the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. They're both wonderful people, I promise. You don't hate them or anything, do you?
Oh, not at all. It seems normal for people to argue. I guess I was just curious after all. You know them better than I do. Siri lets out a relieved sigh.
You know, Quibble, it seems so nice seeing you again. I didn't really think we get to spend much time with one another again.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's been really fun hanging out again. I don't really know when we started drifting away or why. Guess it was just life coming between us. She nods, looking a little reflective. Still, I'm glad you let me join your club. I'm not going to lie. At first, I was a bit doubtful when you told me it was about literature. But hey, I guess it goes to show that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. She giggles and I frown. Did I say something funny?
Nice pun! Did you even realize?
Huh? Pun?
You mean about the book comment? Oh, this is a...
Oh, flip. You mean about the book comment? Oh, this is a literature club. Jeez, looks like the club's really starting to rub off on me, isn't it? Sayori might be known of a bit of an airhead, but sometimes she can really notice things that others don't. I wonder what it's really like inside her head.
You haven't changed at all, Quibble. You always knew how to make me laugh.
I blush slightly. I've never really known how to react to that compliment, especially when it comes from someone the opposite sex. I'm glad that I'm able to do that. I'll be honest though, I didn't think I'd make so many new friends by joining the club.
Well, they're really a nice bunch. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, pretty warm welcome. She nods contentedly. Anyway, let's see what the future holds. I'll show you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
These girls are all interesting characters, aren't they? Different personalities and a variety of writing styles. Yet, they're all united under the same club. I briefly wonder how Monica found all of them. In just 2 days, I feel like I've made progress with each member. Getting to know Yuri and Natsuki, actually getting to talk to Monica a little bit, and of course, reuniting with an old friend. I never would have guessed this would have all come from joining the club, but hey, I'm not complaining. Let's just hope my writing improves over time so I can write poems and sound more like theirs. Speaking of which, there's work to be done tonight. Let's do this! Or how I say, let's go! Ah, this is so cute. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Let's go with Owen and then Beauty. What was she like? Yes! Okay, I got 3 of theirs. I'm trying to make it as equal as possible. Okay. Dang it! Okay, so 3, 2, 2. Okay. 2, 2. 4. 2, 2. Come on, I need something. Let's see. Okay, 3, 4, 3. Okay, 3, 4, 3. Okay, 3, 4, 4. 3, 4, 5. 4, 4, 5. 4, 4, 6. 5, 4, 6. 5, 5, 6. 6, 5, 6. Okay, that's 6, 6, 6. So I just pressed a random one. Manga. So, oh yeah, so that's 7 for her, 6 for her, and 6 for her. Oh no, one more. Try to make it even as possible. Bet is hers. Dang it. I'm trying to do Yuri's. Oh well. So I try to make it even as possible. Let's save it here. Alright guys, so that was the second day. So yep, I'm gonna end the video here. So I'm just gonna turn this off so my other music can play. But anyway guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you all in the future. Goodbye!